Fresh from an announcement that his department has appointed a service provider to develop a new funding model for the SABC, Communications and Digital Technologies Minister, Soli Malatsi, says it's not wise to wait for the finalization of the SABC bill to come up with a new funding model for the public broadcaster.
One of the shortcomings of the SABC bill in the draft format that it was said that a funding model must be developed within 3 years, and that is kicking the can down the line. You know, you need a funding model immediately so that you can have a sense of how are we going to capacitate the public broadcaster to generate revenue in a sustainable manner, because one of the fundamental challenges that it faces is around the issue of funding.
The minister says the investigation into the SABC's new funding model will be completed within 3 months.
The service provider will have, a minimum period of 3 months to finalize their work. Once that is then done, we can then start moving on the other finer elements. There are several contentious issues about the SABC bill in the format that it was, and those are widely accepted, some of which are even accepted by the SABC. And I think it's important to even contextualize that one of the fundamental flaws of the bill in its version is that the SABC CEO must be the editor-in-chief. And that is a contradiction of the most basic principle of media independence, right? Because the newsroom must be run by journalists and not by management.
He poured cold water on the assertion by the chairperson of the Communications and Digital Technologies Portfolio Committee, Kusela Diko, that the SABC signal could be switched off by the end of December if the public broadcaster fails to pay its debt to the digital signal distributor, Sentech.
I've spoken to the SABC board and the SABC management that they need to fulfill their obligations to pay their bill. No one, neither Sentech nor the SABC or anyone involved, would want to have a day wherein there is a risk of that signal being cut off, because it will have devastating consequences for everyone involved. But everyone must do their part. The SABC must pay Sentech what it owes Sentech for the services that Sentech provides, and I think there is an understanding and appreciation from the SABC management to do that, notwithstanding the challenges that they face.
Meanwhile, Malatsi and Basic Education Minister Siviwe Kwahube handed over digital devices to learners in Eerste River outside Cape Town.
Going to be able to make sure that every child has a device in their hand so that they can access coding and robotics. They can use literature programs, especially as we are in Literature Month, especially as we're dealing with the issue around the crisis around reading and writing in South Africa. These things all are important for improving learning outcomes.
Kwahube is hopeful to roll out the program countrywide. Pulelani Philip, SABC News, Cape Town.